If you did not watch the first Avatar movie, raise your hand. If you went to go watch Avatar: The Way of Water, raise your hand. Yup, you came to the right review. So today I'm going to talk about Avatar: The Way of Water. I went to go watch it today. Man, I got a lot to say about it. So let's go ahead and let's jump straight into it. All right, guys, so Avatar: The Way of Water. It is a James Cameron movie. As far as movie going goes, I enjoy watching movies, but today we're going to try something different. I have reviewed movies here before, but I haven't done it recently. I've been talking more about these guys behind me, which has been a big disappointment this year. But I had to go watch this movie because I remember back in 2009, I felt left out of it because I didn't go watch it because I was a secret hater of just the overall name of the movie and really didn't know much of the movie. And I thought it was just like another sci-fi alien movie. And I come to know that I really love sci-fi movies and I really like, these kind of movies. So Avatar: The Way of Water. Early on, before I even got to watch this movie, I saw a lot of hate on it before it even came out. There's a lot of people already dogging on it before it ever came out, or the idea that it was coming out. And I was one of those skeptical ones, like, man, I'm not gonna watch Avatar: The Way of Water. You've been seeing the trailers all year when you're watching other movies. I'm like, I'm not gonna go watch it. And then something occurred to me and I was like, let's go watch it. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't a part of it the first time. I never watched the first one. I still haven't watched the first one. But let's go ahead and let's watch Avatar: The Way of Water and let's see what it does. So here's the review. So from watching it, and I'm only going to give you my raw, off the top of my brain type of review on this movie. Here's the very first thing that you should know. You should go 1000% watch this movie. Yes, early on in the movie, it looked a little video game-ish. It looked like I was watching Halo Reach type of cut scenes and stuff like that, but that's kind of dissing the movie. But the movie was shot amazingly. Whatever kind of effects that they put on this damn movie was amazing. It was beautiful. It was breathtaking. I saw it in XD 3D at Cinemark. I should have watched that at AMC, but right now, since never mind, I don't want to talk about the AMC stock. Anyway, so I watched it in 3D XD and I was extremely impressed. I don't like doing 3D movies, but this one, it fit well. My eyes did not hurt. I was extremely impressed with everything. And you could tell that the FPS that they were shooting it in, it was not in the usual film FPS, which I think is 24 FPS. So now how does the movie do as far as if you were a first timer to go watch Avatar for the first time and your first film is The Way of Water? They do a really good job of letting you know where they came from with the first one, and all the contributing characters from the first one. I thought they did a really good job of that. From what I saw, I don't know much. I don't know anybody from the first one. All I know is one of the main guys' name is Sully, the Sully Way, and yeah, that was about as much as I got out of it, right? I know the wife of Sully is Zoe, and I'm looking right here at her name is Neytiri. I'm assuming that's how you said it. I couldn't remember none of these characters' names. I know Sully had a whole family, and I couldn't remember much of the kids' names per se, but I do remember Spider, and Spider was the human person. I hope I'm not spoiling anything, but let's get to the whole point of this movie. The movie was beautiful. It was amazing. The storyline was about a dad trying to protect the family, but it looked like they were more like hiding and running and being scared or whatever the case may be, and not standing up to these people that were after them. But I think overall the story was pretty good. At the end, it did get me a little emotional. Maybe because this month is a little sensitive for me, but I lost somebody this month a couple of years ago. So, this whole dad thing, in this month, it just hit a little different. But I thought the story overall was well done for what they were trying to get across. I thought some of the decisions could have been a little bit better, but this is a movie. They got to make it a little bit dramatic and this and that. So overall, without spoiling too much of this stuff, I thought the movie was well done. Acting was really good. I don't know how the hell they did any of it, and I'm pretty sure no one else does either. From what I've heard is that this movie's been on waiting release for a couple of years, so I can only imagine how long it's been since they shot it, how much they edited it. It looks like they took their time, and it was a very delicate process because, again, early on, it felt very video game-ish, just with the way everything moved. But then as you got through the movie, everything just kind of fell into place, and you didn't get that video game vibe anymore. Everything just kind of like felt like you were in your own world inside of this movie. And then when I looked at the runtime was 3 hours plus. And when I left this theater, I got in there at 9:40. I left at 1:10. And I was like, how the hell was that 3 hours? It kept you entertained. It kept you glued to the screen. And that's one of the redeeming factors I will say about this movie. It kept you glued to the screen. Everything about what you saw in this movie visually was out of this world, literally. On what's this world called? Pandora. It was amazing. I don't like the way it ended. I like movies that have a definite end, that have a definite decision. There was one decision that was definite, which was a good piece to it, but it didn't really give you the ending that I felt it deserved, especially if you're trying to bring this movie back after 13 years of not dropping the sequel. So overall, without trying to ruin anything for y'all, which after this part I'll go ahead and try to ruin it, everything was shot done. Story was solid. It got you emotionally involved. It was relatable in certain instances. The action was amazing. There were certain things that happened in the end where there's like supporting characters that just disappeared, and it didn't make sense to me. Like, where the hell were they? You know, like Sully was having to do darn near everything by himself. Overall, I was extremely impressed. For my first Avatar movie, I felt if you didn't watch the first one, you didn't need to, because they did a really good job of making you aware of what happened in the first one. And honestly, I think they needed to, with the amount of time that they waited to drop this sequel. Anyway, though, I totally 1000% recommend this movie for you to go watch it. Watch it in XD, 3D, IMAX, whatever's the best showing you could get on this movie, go and watch it. It is something of a spectacle. It is spectacular. I don't know what other words I say. I'm not gonna say it's like the greatest movie of all time. I'm just saying visually, it is something that you have to just see. And the good thing about it, the story was done very well, and it was a good story just to get you through it. But I was glued to it. 3 hours literally did not feel like 3 hours. Let me know if y'all like this review. I'll do a whole spoiled review for y'all if y'all need me to. But other than that, guys, been your boy TGK. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.